Hello YouTube world, my name is Serene and welcome to Staying Serene. Today I'm going to be sharing a college video on which you should have on your computer as a college student. So let's get right into this video. I'm going to be going to my laptop to show you what tools I think you're going to need as a college student. So let's go. Okay guys, so we're here at my desk and we're going to be going onto my laptop to seeing my favorite tools for college students. So the first tool that I'm going to be showing you is Be Focused, and you can see it's right up here. I have some things already here, but Be Focused is like a Pomodoro app, and so you can give yourself sessions. You could add a task. So let's say one of my tasks is to film a YouTube video. You see it right there. You could open it up and there's your title. You can add some notes. You can do the type of activity. So default is about 30 minutes. I added studying, classwork, writing, and then I have estimated intervals. So I think it's probably going to take me, for example, 2 intervals, and then it will update it with completed intervals. You can add a due date, or you can say that it's due all day. I don't have a due date for this, and then it will show you the start and duration. And what I like about this app is you click this and it's counting it down, and then after my 30 minutes is left, after I finish my 30 minutes, it's going to give me a 5-minute break. And so I really like to use this when I'm either studying or doing classwork, because I can time how long it's going to take. I can see how many intervals I do in a day. It even has like a lot of cool settings. And so yeah, I love the fact that I can finish my sessions, I can give myself breaks. I did include this on my beating procrastination video, so go check out that video if you want to see how it helps me into beating my procrastination. But I think it is always important to have some type of timer or Pomodoro app. If you do not have a MacBook and you don't have Be Focused, you can use Forest, which is available on your cell phone, on Android, and there's also a bunch of other Pomodoro apps that you can find on the internet to help you manage your time better and to time everything out. And so I do suggest that every student has some type of timer app to keep them up to date, to help them to stay focused and, have a strategy for time management. And another thing that I love about this app is if you go to reports, I can see like how much work intervals I have. I can see how I've done for the week, the month, the year. This year I've had a bunch of pockets of time here and there, 2021, so there's not really much data here yet, but that's all right. And so I really love the Be Focused app to help me stay on track of my time when I'm completing college assignments. I would recommend it for every college student, and it's free, which is always a plus. You could buy the pro version, but I'm totally good with I'm totally okay with the free version. So that is the first thing that I think a college student should have on their computer. Number 2 is almost like a given, but I'm going to open up Google Chrome and show you the extension that you should have, and that is Grammarly. Grammarly is available on Chrome, it's available on Safari, and it's also available on Word. You're in Word, right? And you're typing your research paper or an essay or just a college assignment that you have. You can add your Grammarly to Word, and then you open it up and it'll go through everything. There's nothing here, so it's not going to show something, but it'll check it. There's a few things that are locked because, as I said earlier, I'm on free. I'm not on the pro version, but it does really well. I want to show you an example from a document that I actually have here. This is like the last thing that I wrote. I just actually wrote it this week. So you open up Grammarly and it comes up here, and you can show all your issues and it'll just go through your document. It's way better than the spell check that comes with Microsoft Word. So I really suggest Grammarly for every college student. Okay, now we're going on to number 3. We're going back into Chrome I'm going to be showing you this awesome tool called Zoho. And this is an incredible tool for research papers and citations. Okay, so let's say I'm doing an article on the coronavirus. Okay, I'm doing a research paper on the coronavirus, right? So there's a bunch of stuff here. let's say CDC. Okay, I'm doing a paper on the coronavirus and I want to use this in my paper. Well, I'm gonna come up here and first of all, I need to open up Zotero. So let's bring up Zotero. So this is Zotero. So this is all of my stuff. I have a library and these are all of the articles that I use. So basically, Zotero is like a library. So I'm going to be using this COVID-19 file, and let's say I want to use it on a research paper. You come here and boom, it's in my library now. So when I come to Zotero, which I should know about COVID-19, it's in my library. Now why is this such a useful tool? Let's say I'm going to go into Word to write my paper on the coronavirus. The coronavirus. Okay, so I'm in here and I need to make a citation. Well, Zotero is in Word now, and I can, first of all, put my preference, which is awesome. So I like to write an APA style. They have different other styles here. No, I actually like to write an MLA style. So there's APA, MLA, Chicago Manual. I like to write an MLA style as an English major. So we open it up, and that is my preference. So let's add a citation for the coronavirus. So I search it up here, and it comes up all my entire library. And there's what you know about COVID-19. Boom, boom, automatically, right there, my MLA citation for the coronavirus. Then I'm doing my bibliography, my references page, right? Works cited, that type of page. All I gotta do is add edit bibliography, and it will combine everything that you cited in your paper there. So you see my citations right there, right there. And so this tool makes it so much easier for me to do research papers for class. I'm an English major, so I'm always writing papers and essays, so it's very important for me to make sure I get my citations right, my bibliography, and I used to be really bad at this. I used to wait until the end, but right after I finished writing, to do all the citations, and I was procrastinating, and yeah, my citations weren't the best. But with Zotero, all of my citations, they are inputted directly into my paper without me having to do anything. I just have to search for it, and then I can do my bibliography, and everything I cited will just automatically come up. So Zotero is an amazing tool. I actually don't know everything about it. I am still learning, but I know the basics and it does work. So I would suggest you use Zotero. Okay then, so next I have a website that is super helpful, and I've been using this website since grade 7, and I'm in college now and I still use it. And that website is Quizlet.com. If you're not using Quizlet, oh, you need to be using Quizlet. So Quizlet is for study help, and so I find this tool most useful for vocabulary. So I use this for a lot of language vocabulary. We had vocabulary tests in high school, so I used it for that. I used it for Spanish vocabulary because it has this awesome setting. Let me show you. So I have a bunch of folders from high school and from college, and so my Spanish folder is definitely the biggest because I always have to, for when I was in my Spanish class, I always have to remember Spanish vocabulary. And so there's a bunch of Spanish here. Some of them I created, some of them I found with other people. And so you come here into SAT Spanish, and the best thing about it is they will actually say the words in Spanish. So let's go. If you go to flashcards, okay, they're gonna actually have a Spanish person saying it. So you have to change your options to English and always put the audio on so that you can hear it. And then you get the Spanish. So this helped me a lot with my Spanish pronunciation and just studying for Spanish vocabulary tests. And recently in college, I've been using it for vocabulary for a business class that I had. I had business fundamentals, and we had chapters and chapters and chapters of notes to, of vocabulary words to recall. So I use this to study for all of my vocabulary tests because we had like a vocabulary test like every week. And so you can see here that I have all of these brands, entrepreneurship. It's free, by the way, but there's a pro to get rid of ads and stuff, but I just ignore them. You can star the ones that you have trouble with, and it's just an amazing tool. Here I have flashcards where you go through all the flashcards, it reads it to you, and you can go like over and over again. We have learn, write, spell, the tests. I love doing the tests, so just those really help. And matches and gravity are just some games. What I like to use is I do the flashcards, and I like to learn it, where it actually makes you type it out and make sure you know the definitions. And then writing and spelling is more like if you need to just remember how to spell it and remember what the words mean. So those Quizlet is amazing for vocabulary tests and the type of study you need to do. I used it all last semester for my Management 101 class. So I have all of this here to study, and it's what I use to study for my final exam. So I find it very useful for when you're studying for things that require you to remember a lot of words and you need to remember definitions. And also if you're learning languages, like if you have a Spanish class, you have to remember vocabulary for that. It is great. You could check me out. I'm at Phase02 if you want to use some of my guides, especially if you're a Bahamian student, because I have Management 101. I have some things from religion, not much though. I have a lot of Spanish, and I have some social studies stuff that I created like in grade 7. So if you want to check that out, follow me there. Okay, and the last one is another extension. You know, Zoho was an extension and an app, but this one is called OneTab. So if you're researching for a paper, right? And I do a lot of research. So let's say I have all of these stuff open up. All of these stuff, and this is obviously on the Victorian era, but let's say I have all this stuff up, and I know that we all, sometimes we just have like a bunch of all of this opened up. Just all of this stuff open up. And we want to keep it all, but there's so much. We're doing so much research. So what do? This little handy extension up in the corner is called OneTab, and it collides every one of your tabs into one like this. And so it's incredible. So if I come out of Google Chrome and I come back in, you can still go to OneTab, and guess what? It's still here. And now I can open up, I can click, instead of opening them up one by one, I click Restore All. Boom! I have all 4 of my researches all there, right there, quickly. I can restore it, I can delete it, I can lock it so that it cannot be changed, it can move, and I can add things to it. So you see you have that one. We can name it. You can name it Victorian Research. Okay. Now, let's say I'm writing another paper. Let's stick with the coronavirus. Because I actually did have to write some stuff about the coronavirus when it first started back in March. I had to write like 2 papers on it. So, yeah. So I have all this stuff on the coronavirus because I'm writing a paper on it. Okay. Woo. There's one on the Bahamas government. Great. Okay then, so many tabs open. One tab. Oh, look, there it is. And now I can name it Coronavirus Research. Okay, this tab it's so useful if you use a bunch of tabs. I find it most useful when you have a bunch of research and you just want to bring it all up quickly and to reference them and to make sure you get all the information from them. I hope that all the tools that I showed you are helpful to you as a college student. Is there anything that I missed? Please comment down below on your favorite tools that you use as a college student. I also have an Instagram account @ThingsToRemember where you can find inspirational and encouraging content that I create myself. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Okay, bye!